The president said today the United States is doing very well and winning the war against the coronavirus. All evidence to the contrary, as tonight we set yet another record for new cases. Again today, he called it the flu, called it the China virus. The fact is, today the U.S. recorded over 70,000 new cases, by far and away a new record. According to the New York Times, coronavirus cases are now increasing in 36 of our 50 states. We're getting there, with big surges in Florida, Texas, and Arizona. Overall, the U.S. is at nearly 3.2 million confirmed cases now. Over 134,000 souls have lost their lives. The Washington Post reporting tonight Trump has been complaining about the pandemic and has taken on a sullen demeanor around the West Wing. Ashley Parker, Phil Rucker, Josh Dawsey reporting, quote, Trump often launches into a monologue, placing himself at the center of the nation's turmoil. The president has cast himself in the starring role of the blameless victim of a deadly pandemic, of a stalled economy, of deep-seated racial unrest, all of which happened to him rather than the country. Earlier today, our own Jose Diaz-Balart spoke to the president about the current state of this pandemic.
Is the United States losing the war against COVID?
No, we're winning the war, and we have areas that flamed up, and they're going to be fine over a period of time. But unfortunately, we had this plague sent in from China, and it's a disgrace that they didn't stop it in China. They should have stopped it.
In an interview with the Financial Times, Dr. Fauci said the country is living in the middle of a perfect storm as this virus spreads. Amid recent tension with the president, Dr. Fauci said, quote, I have a reputation, as you probably have figured out, of speaking the truth at all times and not sugarcoating things. And that may be one of the reasons why I haven't been on television very much lately. The Financial Times also reports, quote, Fauci last saw Trump in person at the White House on June the 2nd, says he has not briefed the president for at least 2 months. During an interview earlier today, infectious disease expert Dr. Michael Osterholm said new shutdowns could happen regionally, and he added this.
When are we going to finally say we have got to understand that, being in an argument with this virus, we have less chance of winning that than arguing with 2,000 cranky, tired 2-year-olds. Okay, we have got to deal with this virus, and the way we're going to have to do it is shut down again and then bring it back gradually. That's the only answer. That's not a partisan answer. That's a public health answer.
Exactly what the president does not want to hear. The New York Times reporting that states across the American South and West are being flooded with new coronavirus patients. The Times putting it this way: doctors worry that the escalating hospital crunch may last much longer than in earlier hit areas like New York, even as regular wards are being converted into intensive care units, as we saw in New York, and long-term care facilities open for patients still too sick to go home. Doctors say they are barely managing. And the White House is still pressing hard to reopen schools this fall, let's not forget. Economic advisor Larry Kudlow made it very clear today, sending kids back to school during a pandemic shouldn't be a big deal.
The president has been very vocal about going back to school, and I would add to that, as I said, all these fancy colleges and universities, of which I went to one, they should get with the drill. Put the guys in classrooms and let them learn, or God knows what they're teaching, but whatever, I'll put it in good faith. Just go back to school. We can do that. And, you can social distance, you can get your temperature taken, you can be tested, you can have distancing. Come on, it's not that hard.
Meanwhile, tonight, the White House released a statement partially citing medical reasons for the commutation of Roger Stone's sentence. This reads in part, quote, Mr. Stone would be put at serious medical risk in prison, likely due to the ongoing pandemic. He has appealed his conviction and is seeking a new trial. He maintains his innocence and has stated that he expects to be fully exonerated by the justice system.
Hey
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.